For months now, we've been pressing the Pinellas County's film commissioner about his trips to the French Riviera, trips financed with thousands of your bed tax dollars. Well, finally, Tony Armour is talking to us about his transatlantic travel, and that's why investigator Mark Douglas is on it tonight, because this is your money you're talking about. And what are taxpayers getting for their money here?
Well, Keith, Tony Armour claims that he has $11 million worth of film business in the pipeline for Pinellas County. But the trouble is, there's no proof to support his promises. After dodging our camera for 2 months, Tony Armour is talking.
And there's some great projects that I've got lined up that are on the way, and fingers crossed, I've got one that's $1 million plus project that could be here before the end of this year.
Since 2015, Armour has spent 2 weeks every May and $128,000 of your bed tax money at the Marché du Film trade show on the French Riviera.
There are no other American film commissions that are representing their areas here like we are.
Armour claims there's $11 million worth of film business in the pipeline from his trips to Cannes, but doesn't have a signed commitment for anything.
Well, right now, these are future-looking projects.
My grandmother used to tell me, don't count your chickens until they're hatched. These chickens haven't hatched.
No, they haven't, and that's kind of the whole point of the business. You know, you have to constantly be out there and promoting your destinations.
Armour did show us one proposal from a British filmmaker he first met in Cannes 3 months ago. The filmmaker promises to spend $1 million shooting a movie at Clearwater's Pier 60 and other Pinellas locations, all in return for a $100,000 cash incentive your bed taxes paid for. But with shooting scheduled just weeks away, there's no signed deal, no shooting permit, and the city of Clearwater didn't even know it was coming until we called. How much money has landed back here as a return on investment for the public?
Well, you know, like we've discussed, you know, these are long-term things that you're working on.
The answer is none.
Film projects can take a long time to develop, and there are several projects that, you know, again, if everything rolls the right way, we'll have them by the end of this year. You'll be the first one we'll invite out to the set.
We're not the only ones waiting for Armour to deliver on the $11 million of film shoots he claims are in the pipeline. After seeing our stories, Florida House Speaker Richard Corcoran is also investigating Armour's bed tax spending.
We're done with in the pipelines. We want to see actual hard dollars, and if you're not creating hard dollars, wasting hundreds of thousands of dollars, not only on a credit card but on trips, to go to the Cannes Film Festival, it's disgraceful. It shouldn't be happening.
Because of our investigation, the House Speaker has demanded financial records detailing every bed tax penny that Tony Armour has spent at Cannes and elsewhere. Meanwhile, the British filmmaker tells me he plans to arrive 10 days from now for 11 days of shooting. The production agreement is still under review by the county attorney.
I look forward to seeing that. I'm sure you're going to be invited to the shoot,
well,
as
we
he
hope
said
so.
there. But there's a lot at stake here, isn't there?
Well, they're under a lot of pressure to deliver. For example, Armour's boss, David Downey, claims that this $1 million shoot will generate $5 million in economic impact. We'd like to see how that works. But first, we'd like to see them shoot that movie, and we'll be waiting to see if they arrive on September 9th, which is right around the corner.
But I like that $1 million for $5 million.
Yeah.
I want to see the math on that, too.
Good deal if it works.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
Sure.